Hey everybody, now I want to show you something with this AMD FX 8120 8-core processor. It's been a couple of days now since I had installed it with a new motherboard and all that stuff. And I read online about the Zambezi processor having a slightly defective internal temperature sensor. And in my case, I believe mine is close to being correct, but if the chip sets at idle for a little while, you'll notice that the temperature fluctuates quite a bit. It'll go between the low 20s to about 30°C. And this machine has a water cooling system on it. That's why the temps are so cool. This thing's currently overclocked at 4.2 gig at 1.38 volts. And just sit here and watch the CPU. And you can see Task Manager over here too. CPU is pretty much sitting idle. I'm going to load Prime 95 and show you what it does when you put a load on it. Okay, I'm going to apply some load to it. 100% load with Prime 95. Now it's saying temperatures are in the mid 30s to upper 30s. And it will top out at around probably 42°C. Notice the motherboard sensor saying that the CPU is running at 51°C. I believe the motherboard sensor is incorrect too. Because I personally believe if it was running extremely hot at this kind of overclock, it wouldn't be stable at all. And kill Prime 95 and watch the temp drop back down. It drops down to the upper 20s to low 30s, but sometimes it'll meander down to low 20s. And the room temperature in here, I believe, is about, this rough guess, 70 to 75 degrees, and the water cooling system cools the radiator using room temperature air outside the system. And these minimum temperatures here, I noticed these last night, and it was pretty warm in here too. It was probably 75 degrees in here, and to see CPU temps at idle at a temperature lower than the ambient room temp, this doesn't make much sense. But I believe it's pretty accurate when you put a load on it, but it's just not very accurate when it's sitting at idle, because it fluctuates between low 20s to low 30s. Any questions or comments? Feel free to ask.